David, thank you so very much for joining me for our UK Leaders in Private Markets Summit. I know you have a very busy schedule, so I really enjoyed the fact that you came in and sat down on the panel. Thank you very much for your time.
Of course, no problem. My pleasure.
How did you enjoy it? What did you think about Sadrack 2.0, who happened to ghost me throughout the session? But what did you think about the session today?
I mean, look, it was a great session. Like, being a consultant, we see a lot of things, but I think the real stars of the panel were Catherine and Gary, right? Having a GP and having someone from the LP side really enriched the conversation. So it was great. It was also great to interact with your 2.0 version. Yeah, for sure.
And that's the thing. I think it was such a good panel to have the three different perspectives, like you said, to have Gary, to have Catherine, to have you. It brought, I feel like, a fulsome perspective for our audience, and we had a lot of great questions. So I guess one question for you. What would you say are the key takeaways from the session? What are the key things that you found interesting throughout the session today?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think LP demands are only increasing, right? So we talked a lot about access to data, better transparency, first thing. I mean, second, technology, right? We talked about the journey that we've been on in the last 5-10 years, and things have gotten better, right? If we think about portals and workflows and queue systems, which is great. I think it's where do we take that next, right? So we kind of made the point of we've gone into this like reactive manual nature of investor services, investor relations, to a more digitally enabled, responsive nature, and what comes next, right? Exactly. Is the third point. And I think we had a great conversation about AI. Oh yeah. I think the conclusion is it's not a replacement. No. It's not only an efficiency gain. It's about how do you elevate the conversation, right? How do you elevate someone in investor services to have the right conversations with their clients, about what matters most to them. How do you curate the story? How do you give them the data that matters to them? And that data is different by channel, right? Which is the nuance that we touched on.
And I think Catherine did a very good job of giving a perfect example of that, of having an investor call in and being able to just go into the software and pull the information. And I think my key takeaway from that is, which you already said, is it's a tool. Yeah. It's a valuable tool to help us get from where we are now to more efficient and to be able to do things that are more effective to service our investors. So overall, I think it was a great session. Again, thank you so very much. Pleasure. Always appreciate it. Looking forward to a future one.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.